They deleted my medical debt after using this letter, no phone calls. That's what you're going to be saying after you use this letter. That being said, let's dive in. And I'm interested in seeing who's going to be amongst the first to apply. Use this letter, come back to this video and say it worked or it did not work. And then if so, you let me know what happened, and then I'll let you know how to proceed from there. Either way, I'm providing guidance and assistance as you go through utilizing any of the information that we share on this channel. That being said, let's dive in. So this is a medical debt deletion letter based on the FDCPA 1692C, third-party disclosure violation. More on that later, but you definitely want to screenshot that, write that down so you can look into it, because the goal is not for you to need to depend on me. The goal is for you to look into some of these nuances of these codes and seeing how they actually apply, so you can apply them to yourself. And then once you understand how it works, now it just makes you more equipped, more self-sufficient, push you on a whole nother level. So at the beginning of the letter, you do your name, your address, city and state and zip code. I left the email and phone number portion on here, but I just wanted to make a note that I wouldn't include this because I want them to communicate with you via letter, snail mail. I only left it there so I can educate you on why. Because when it comes to the letters, you're building a paper trail. You want a paper trail. Slow, old school, snail mail, letter, paper trail. Emails can work in certain situations, but when it comes to this example, let's just go with the name, address, city, state, zip code. Then you'll date it, of course. Then this one goes directly to the debt collector or the medical furnisher's name, address, city, state, zip code. Basically, that should be able to be found when you look at the bottom of your consumer report. When you look at your consumer report, you should be able to see all of the addresses associated with the accounts that are reporting on your profile. So the subject line: permanent deletion of medical account, unauthorized third-party disclosure violation, 15 USC 1692C. It starts off by saying, to whom it may concern, this letter is regarding the medical debt listed under account name and reference number. So you'll list the account name as is listed on your consumer report, and then the number as is listed on your consumer report, nothing extra. That has reported to third-party credit reporting agencies under 15 U.S. Code 1692CB of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, also known as the FDCPA. Debt collectors are prohibited from disclosing a consumer's debt to third parties without direct written consent from the consumer. Reporting my medical debt to credit reporting agencies without my prior consent constitutes an unauthorized third-party disclosure and a clear violation of federal law. Many times they're not going to notify you before reporting it. So that means that they shared your information with a third party, and that's a violation. Very important for you to understand how these codes are in place to protect you and I. And if you understand that, then you don't feel as if you have to submit to these larger entities. You can understand that you have the power once you have the knowledge. Additionally, if any protected medical information was shared in this process, it may also constitute a violation of HIPAA, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, further compounding the legal exposure. So not only did you not notify me, it could also expose some of my information and further compounding the legal exposure, multiplying and making matters worse, which is grounds for all different types of things that could result in litigation or them owing you money. I now demand the following: immediate and permanent deletion of this medical account from all credit reporting agencies, cessation of all future third-party disclosure without my written consent, written confirmation of deletion within 30 days of receiving this notice. If you do not comply, I will file formal complaints with the CFPB, the FTC, and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and my state attorney general's office. They don't want those problems. This is your final notice to resolve this matter before legal escalation. Sincerely, and then you'll put your full name. You don't have to sign. You can just put your full name. Now, additional tips for sending this letter: send by certified mail, return receipt. That's just all about having a paper trail. That way you can use it if you need to later. This creates legal record that starts the 30-day compliance clock. Long story short, when you receive something in the mail that says that they've received the letter, that's when the clock begins. So you don't start it as soon as you send it. You start the clock when you receive the fact that they've received it. So if you receive the fact that they received it on the 25th of a month, then the 30 days start there. So you can really rest assured that they have until the 25th or 26th of that next month to make something happen. Number 2, include a copy of your credit report. Circle or highlight the medical accounts in question to remove all doubt. That way you can say, hey, nah, it's showing up here. So now you're sending snippets of your credit report and you're able to see how it's showing up unlawfully. Number 3, do not admit to owing the debt. Listen, this is very important. I should have highlighted this. This letter is about privacy and unlawful disclosure, not ownership or payment. So don't get it twisted. Sometimes people get in their feelings, well, if it was yours, this and that. Listen, this ain't that. This is about you using the laws, the codes to your advantage. If they violated those things, then that's grounds for removal. How you handle it on the back end is on you. But that's grounds for removal because of their breaking of the privacy as well as unlawful disclosure. Number 4, if they don't respond or refuse to delete, file complaints with the CFPB, FTC, and even the Health Office for Civil Rights if medical info was exposed. You may also be entitled to statutory damages under FDCPA for unauthorized disclosure. Now, salute to those who stayed around to this part because this is a part 2. So this is actually 2 letters that's positioning you to really maximize this opportunity. Part 2, and this is for the credit bureaus. I put bureaus in quotations because really they're consumer reporting agencies. They're reporting on your consumer report, but most people recognize and know them as credit bureaus, so I just wanted to keep it plain. So you send this directly to the credit bureaus, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, demanding removal of medical debt based on an FDCPA 1692CB violation by the furnisher or collector who illegally disclosed your information. So if it was the furnisher, cool. If it was the collector, cool. Either way, your information has been exposed illegally. Now, the medical debt deletion request to credit bureaus based on unauthorized third-party disclosure, FDCPA 1692C, which we covered. Again, you'll put your name, address, city, state, zip code only, and the date, not the email and the phone number. To Experian, this is their address. TransUnion, this is their address. Equifax, this is their address as well. And, if you want to, you can include the fact that TransUnion is an LLC and the fact that Equifax is an LLC. Equifax usually say Equifax Information Services LLC. So you can include that if you choose, but these are the addresses. So, subject. Immediate deletion of medical debt account due to illegal third-party disclosure, FDCPA 1692C. To whom it may concern, I am formally requesting the permanent deletion of the following medical-related debt from my credit file. And if you want access to these letters, comment letter below so that way I can give you access. I meant to say that sooner, but hopefully you already know. Comment letter below so I can show you how to get access to these exact letters and you can use them to your advantage. So you include the account name and number as is listed on your consumer report. Remember that across the board, not giving anything extra. Reported by, and you show who it was reported by. That's the company as it's showing up. And then say, this account was reported without my direct written consent in clear violation of 15 U.S.C. 1692CB under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, FDCPA, which prohibits debt collectors from disclosing information about a consumer's debt to third parties, including credit reporting agencies, without explicit permission. As the credit bureau reporting this item, you are now in receipt of notice that this debt was disclosed unlawfully. Continuing to report this information after being made aware of the violation may make you liable under the FCRA for knowingly reporting inaccurate or illegally obtained information. That's powerful. That's powerful because a lot of times we talk about inaccurate, unverifiable information, but they are liable under the FCRA for knowingly or reporting illegally obtained information. If they didn't go through the proper verification methods, then that means they've assumed that it was correct, which is like knowingly reporting illegally obtained information. Very important that you include that. I now demand immediate deletion of the account from my consumer report. Written confirmation of the deletion within 30 days of receipt of this letter. If you fail to comply, I will escalate this matter with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and consider all available legal remedies under the DCPA and FCRA, which there are legal remedies available under these codes. They know them. Trust me. So that being said, you can use this to your advantage. You put sincerely in your full name. Here are the final steps, and we'll wrap this up. Comment letter. Share this with somebody else who you feel may benefit. Final tips for sending this letter. Mail this to all 3 credit bureaus by certified mail. Return receipt. Bureau must receive its own copy. Attach a copy of your credit report with the account clearly highlighted as we did before. Include a copy of your original letter to the furnisher or collector. So if you already sent the letter, you can include a copy. Let them know, hey, I put them on notice as well. This shows you already alerted them to the violation, basically. 4, wait 30 days and then pull your reports again. If the account is still listed, immediately file complaints with the CFPB, FTC using this exact letter and your mailing proof. So that's what it's all about. After the 30 days, you don't have to ask no question. Just go to your report. See if it's still there. If it's still there, then you have grounds for escalating to the next level. So just understand the power in this. I hope this helps someone. Share this with somebody who you feel may benefit. Comment letter if you want access to this letter. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.